out of this residential school system, given a little twist and a little bit of WordPress and a little bit of formatting, a little bit of formatting, and made into kosher. But no, it all starts with bad laws. Our legislation is like a crock of shit. The legislation. What you checked out? You go and check out the last 10 years of legislation. You just go and check out all the sausage stuffing of laws that are stuff, especially when you want to spend budgets, or you need a budget for the destitutes, or you need for people who are hungry. You will see that there's poor, hateful, dreadful, sociopathic legislation conducted in the thing, and they have all the royal assent. And now Charles, Charles, you need to get the hell out, sir. You are the reason you are unfit to be king. I hereby declare you unfit to be king. You are unfit to be king because you yourself, if you were king, you would have the ability to manage your sexuality, and you would not go humping around with some committing adultery, where you are the reason why Princess Diana died. Because if you did not go humping around and doing all those crapshoot things, then Princess Diana wouldn't be going astray with Dowdy, and she wouldn't have been in Gay Parry, and she wouldn't have been in the accident. So no, sir, you are to blame, and you will go and spend the rest of your life on a little pension like the Nizam of Hyderabad in your frickin' Wales. In your little doobie skirt shirt, with your little love affair of your life. And you will not, the crown, you will not abuse the crown. The crown rejects you. I am the crown. I have royal blood. My family and we have done more for the crown than you or your entire clan has ever done for the crown. So I have perfect right. I am a lord. I am royalty, and I am claiming it. I let it go all these years. I let it go all these years, but no, I am claiming my rightful authority and my right to the crown, and I am hereby the crown. And I will ensure that we have smart, real-time justice, and I am Justice Dredd. Yes, I am Justice Dredd. And you will dread me with all your heart, soul, and mind, because I will bring true justice. I will bring justice to the child. I will bring justice to the widow. I will bring justice in the true sense, the way it's supposed to be. Not your pin the tail on the elephant. Not your, playing the game of open sesame. Not your playing of, circumnavigating the laws. Not your game of judicial bias. Not a game of your private agendas. Not a game of your putrid, easy money, paving the self for your own self-interest. So that is the beginning and the end of it all. We had enough of you, and you will fail. All of you will get the hell. If you are a justice, if you are sitting on the bench, I'm not really blaming all the justices. I'm not going to war against all the members of the legal society, because there are a few good members of this legal society, and there are many, of course. But you have failed, sir. You have failed by keeping silent. You have failed by letting evil rule the bench. You have failed by doing nothing. You have failed by turning a blind eye. You have failed by condoning the failures of your superiors. You have failed by brown nosing. You have failed by your inactions. You have failed by your lack of fortitude. You failed with your lack of courage. You have failed with your lack of moral right. You have failed with your duty towards society. Now all of this claims, it seems like horrendous. All of these claims seems like really wretched. But this is true. All the evidence is right there in the 10 volumes. All the evidence is recorded and on the record in the Superior Court of Justice. All the evidence is right over there. But no, Nobody will ever do anything about it. It can be right out there. Nobody gives a damn. Now even this son of a stupidity, this James Oxley. I have voice recordings of him insisting over and over again. I've recorded this guy because he didn't do it once, twice, thrice. His standard line is, I need to earn my dignity. So once I recorded him. And I have him under cross-examination. So I have him repeating. So I'm saying, so you trying to tell me that I'm supposed to earn my dignity? And he says, yes. Dignity is not a right, and you need to earn your dignity. And this is exactly the way this legal system works. They think they're going to punish me by taking my children away from me, by not letting me see my children, by destroying my children, by thinking, no, sir, no. I have let you all gone all these days. I have let you gone, scot-free. I have made excuses after excuses, and like there's a song, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. I have let you be. But now is the time. Now is the time where there's no more letting you be. Now is the time where justice has come knocking on you, and there will be no bail for any judges. So what are the positives that are coming out of this? The positives that are coming out of this is we're going to have like a new judicial system where this is going to be cross-judiciary. Just like the benefits of the HL7 system brings to the healthcare, we're going to have like a JL9 system which brings standardization, interoperability, and we're going to create a new judicial system where we will have real-time justice, where all the domains, the judge, I'm pretty sure I've seen Judge Rakin or somebody on the cycle, keeping an eye on what I'm doing or something on those lines. Like they all know what's going on, but yet they want to play games with me. Oh, let's teach him a lesson. You really, your concept of teaching your lesson is telling on my children, is destroying the lives of my children. You are putting my children on the sure foot of, human trafficking and becoming into whores and pimps. That is what you are doing. That is your sense of justice. Oh, we'll teach him a lesson and we'll put a reserve on this case and we'll forget about it. Even if we put the reserve and forget about it for the next 10 years, we're still following case law. We're still good. No matter what you do, anything you do, we're still good, because that's the way. The justice is in the gutter. Even the appeals court, the court of appeals. Court of appeals is a crock of thing. Your whole process is like we have to make the concrete, the appeal. All your jargon and your crap is like hateful. Your appeals, within certain days, you have like 7 days to appeal on the thing, otherwise you have to seek legal court, you have to think of things. This is like a crock of shit. You have no concept about justice. Your justice is like a crock of failed bullshit. This is like a failed charade game. This is like the open sesame game. This is like a pin the elephant on the tail on the elephant. And no, sir, I had it. I can go on speaking volume after volume after volume. But this is the beginning of the end of the way we know justice today. This is not only the case in local Sarnia. If it is happening in this little cesspool called Sarnia Lambton, then it's happening everywhere. This is happening in Dixie. In Dixie, I've been in Dixie too. Over there, in the corridors of law, they decide who hangs and who dies and who lives and who dies, just based on we're going to do if you give me this, I'm going to do you this. If you do this for me, I'll do that for you. If you get this, if you win this, I'll do this. That is what it is. There is nothing about justice. People, the ordinary layperson will say, I have nothing to hide, I have nothing to worry, I've done nothing wrong, I will speak the truth and shame the devil, and I will get my justice. No, that is like stupidity. I've been under that false assumption for the past 16 years. This is not justice. This is a case of pin the tail on the elephant. This is what it is. Pin the tail on the elephant. Pin the tail on the elephant is what the nature of the game. That's about it. So this woman is blind, and there's on the other side we have like senior lawyers who knows every kind of game about how to twist this woman, this blind bat, in circles and shove her in the wrong direction. And then I'm going to speak the truth, and it's really not going to hold because you played on a legal gambit which is already well established according to case law. And I don't know a clue about that legal gambit. So I'm going to talk about the truth and about the things, about the new kind of things where you got new law. Why do you think where the Mr. Things I've already said the open sesame words? So no, sir, we had enough. I've given you a long rope, a 16-year-old long rope, and now it's time for y'all to go hang yourselves. With the same rope same kind of gallows that you've been hanging other people, you need to go and experience yourself to the same kind of justice. Now again, nothing. This is like a this is like a movie script, or a documentary script, or a thing script, or something like this. Yeah, I would call it like a Netflix movie script, because no, sir, we are not going to take up this crack of shit anymore. This is not justice. This is just projection of hate. This is a game for this. There's no access to justice. Legal aid has failed. Legal aid has failed. You say, oh, you need to get to legal representation. Oh, you get a lawyer, get a lawyer, get a lawyer. Well, there are no lawyers. There's so much of there's this failure of society all over, every side you turn. There are no lawyers, even though I have a link. And the junior lawyers can't do jack. The senior lawyers are too occupied. They're too spread. They're like the son of a hater, Mark Simpson. He is spread himself as thin as water. He has spread himself as thin as water. He has not read my case. He doesn't give a damn about the best interest of my children. All he does is come pull a few legal gambits. He represents people from Thunder Bay to the thing. He has taken on more than he can chew. That is like a case with all kind of senior lawyers. They've taken on more case law than they can hold. They're not able to really do any kind of justice towards the children. They're just like a crock of shit. They know that, I'll pull this gambit and this is going to shoot it down. So we'll play the game of pin the elephant. We play the game of open sesame. Yeah, then we think that this little self-represented litigant, he does not know what to say. He does not know what he has. Like only 3 minutes to make. Give me one moment of time. He has like 3 minutes to think, and in the 3 minutes he has to Nobody's going to read his affidavits. Nobody's going to read the material presented. Like even Mr. Simpson has one. Motions even without presenting any paperwork. Why? The other person was wanted to enjoy like a family vacation in BC instead of attending the grandmother's funeral over here. Because they were too busy enjoying their vacation, they were not able to write up material. While my mother is on the deathbed, you have put her on the deathbed, and instead of me spending the last moments with my mother, I have to go and create contempt motions. I have to write motions and then present them to you, and then you piss on them and you shit on them and you wipe your ass with them, and then you blame me back, and then you tell me that I'm to blame, and you take away my children, and you have fucked everything. And no, you are not going to walk away from this smiley face. There was a time, and the time was like 2021, where that was the last straw, sir. There's a straw that comes back. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I am not. I am the crown hereby. The king, you will abdicate, because you and that woman that you have fornicated, and you are unfit to be king. The queen, I had a love for the queen, okay? But now that the queen is gone, no. Canada hereby rejects the royal family. Canada rejects Prince Charles as king. Canada rejects your your failure in justice, especially your failure in justice in your judge appointments. None of you are fit to ascend to the crown. I am fit to be ascend to the crown because I am the one that connects heaven and earth. You have taken me for granted for too long. I am the conduct between heaven and earth. That is the meaning of a true king. Somebody who connects heaven and earth. And I do connect heaven and earth. And I warn you, I caution you, you mess with me and heaven itself will come down and rape you. Because you have messed with heaven. You have messed with the real foundations of justice. You have messed with God himself. And now God himself is going to come and shine his face upon you and send you to the eternal debaucheries of hell. Because that's where all of you belong. Because you have failed. You have been given the duty of meting out justice. And you have failed in that domain. And I hereby sentence all of you to a life imprisonment with no justice anymore. And you will have like a ad hoc trial. Or you will have like the same kind of shoddy justice you have forwarded people for the past 100 years. That same kind of justice will be forwarded to you, and you would be sent to the worst kind of freaking imprisonment with heavy, heavy labor. No, you're not going to get rid of me. You're going to get rid of yourself. And that is what justice is from hereby and from now onwards. And this I tell you in the name of everything that's true, in the name of justice, in the name of goodness, in the name of heaven, in the name of God, in the name of everything and the archangels. I am telling you, I am king. And you have taken me and my life and my children for granted for too long. And this is your end. So bye-bye and quit. Quit today. Quit today. Today is September 23rd. And you will quit, sir. You will quit justice and you will quit. You will just frickin' quit. You will quit and leave because you are unfit. You are an abomination to God and you are an abomination to justice. We cannot play this game of open sesame anymore. This is not justice. We cannot play this game of pin the tail on the elephant anymore. This is a failure of society. Our society has come to a frickin' failure. We are at the World War III because you have failed this woman. You have messed around with her for 3 frickin' years, putting her on a house arrest, just like you've done to me. For diddly jack squat, and then you had to let her go. Why? And I've looked at that thing. It was all about, we have like a PowerPoint presentation by the Hong Kong Bank of Commerce. It's not that I know it. That was like a common public knowledge, public domain. There's not enough. That's evidence without foundation. That's the problem with justice in this country. Most of your laws, most of your orders, most of your endorsements are all made with evidence without foundation. You just about present like stupid evidence, and just because there's nobody to raise an objection, and my objections for your foundation-less evidence has been quashed by this disorder. Yeah, what does he tell me? It's on the record. This bully, disorder. You have bullied and destroyed the lives of children. You have destroyed the life of that guy. What's his name? Henry Kaz. That is the whole thing. Familiarity beats contempt. I've been living at the Superior Court of Justice. I've been living there, and I've been watching all of you. I have the eagle's eye. I have perception. I've been watching you. Like this guy, you have ruined people's lives. And I've raised objection after objection when this wicked, this 2-bit wicked was a liar. She was a liar, and she's presenting like bullshit evidence. Evidence from Boston, evidence from here, evidence from Colorado, evidence from everywhere without foundation. You just got like a freaking photocopy or a fax thing and presenting as evidence. And when I raise an objection on a foundation, saying, I'm getting sick of you. You're going to either have to shut up and sit down, or I'm going to have to do something about you. This is what the presiding bench tells me at a Superior Court of Justice trial. That's the bullshit kind of justice we have in this society. And you have created this whole thing, mandatory. Can you believe it? Mr. Dasati is like a hard-boiled Catholic judge. He's like he has made the sign of the cross to me so that I can hold my peace right from the bench. Okay? There's no problem, sir. We're accepting of all religions, even if you're worshipping a dog, your dog, and you're worshipping a dog, and you're kissing your dog's ass, and then you're calling that your religion. We are accepting of that. But we draw the line when you impose your dog worshipping religion on other people. We have a problem when you impose your mandatory Catholic Church attendance of my children to the same church that Justice Donahue goes to. Can you believe the crock of shit? Justice Donahue, he claims that he has a conflict of interest on my child thing, and Miss Wicked, she knows that this Mr. Egotistic judge is like a Bible, the Catholic Church does not understand the Bible. They don't have a Bible. All they have is what, they don't follow the Bible. If they followed the Bible, if they had any kind of understanding of the Bible, then it would be like a different kind of church. No, this is like the hatred of St. Paul. That's what they follow. Or the failures of a fisherman called St. Peter. So, the mandatory Catholic Church is ordered by the Superior Court of Justice by a Catholic Church that I'm supposed to go to Justice Donahue, same church that I attended. And I am not allowed to go anywhere near that. For the first communion of my children, I've attended, supported them, all the kind of rehearsals and all that. But the final first communion of my children, which is supposed to be a big time for them, I'm not allowed. Why? Is because Justice Donahue is present over there. Justice Desserti is present over there at the first communion ceremony. And this is all according to created by, now during the trial, this Wicked, and now she's a judge. She has been playing this Desserti, and playing his weakness, is egotistic weakness about Catholicism by insisting, we are very practicing Catholics, the mother is practicing Catholics, and we want to practice the children, and we need to send the children to Catholic Church, and it's only a thing. And you have projected and pushed your religion upon us. Again, that's another big failure of the legal system. That's a failure. That's a hateful thing. And okay, we let it go. I let it go in 2017. But what has this become? The children will only be frickin' Catholics. That's what it's become. It's a perpetuation of Catholic hate. My children are only raised to be ignorant, hating Catholics. They are hateful, ignorant, self-righteous, Pharisee-like, immoral, two-faced, a stain to anything called the preachings of Jesus Christ, a stain to anything about the Sermon on the Mount of Jesus Christ. You are like a stain. That's the only thing my children are allowed to be. They will not have any other religion. They are not allowed to participate or accept or understand or appreciate or discover any other religion. That is what you have created in your Superior Court of Justice orders. And you will push it. And Ian, what's that? That is supposed to be judge. What's that judge? He was appointed by what's that? What's his face? He's some justice from Oshawa. He has like some big thing with the CAS. He has done a whole lot of work. He was like a external justice, that is special order justice that we brought over here. I told him, go around this town and have a look at this town about what is the failure of justice. Go and look at the walls and what the graffiti says about how family law kills. But no, you are brown-nosed. That's the whole thing. You're a bunch of brown noses. Bunch of freaking brown noses. Each justice will, that is the fundamental thing. To be part of the member of the thing, you will first of all pay. You will pay the law society to conduct your evils. And then after that, you will brown nose each other. You will always, if this person says, that you have mandatory Catholic church attendance, you will do mandatory things. We are going to promote and perpetuate in all orders of mandatory Catholic church attendance. Can you believe it? We still have the residential school system. We still have the 60 school system. You have brainwashed my children. My children are not freaking Catholic. We are not like haters. My children will be Quakers. We will be like beyond your putrid religion. Your religion, in the name of religion, there's been more deaths, more atrocities, more hate committed in the name of religion than any other matter. And no, we reject your religion. But no, my children are not. You have to. Even if I'm in like the south of Spain, every Sunday, I must take a flight back from south of Spain, come back to Sacred Heart Church, where Justice Donahue goes to church, and I must take the children to church at 11:40 a.m. every Sunday of my freaking life. Otherwise, we will send out the Sanya police. We will send out the Sanya police to go and get the children and ensure that they attend Catholic Mass at 10:40 p.m. every Sunday at the same church where Justice Donahue goes. And that is supposed to be the Superior Court of Justice. You don't give a damn if you're in London, if you're in Africa, if you're in India, or if you're in Spain, or if you're anywhere. You will attend Mass. You will attend the same church as Justice Donahue will. Why? Because it is Superior Court of all justice order. That is the crock of shit that justice is supposed to be now. That is the imposition that you have made our lives with your stupid eyes. And yes, I am king. You have failed. You have crossed the line of humanity. You are unfit to ascension. I am ascending. I am making myself into king. I am king of Canada, king of planet Earth. And you will get the hell out. You will get off the bench today. And we will have smart justice. We will have like JL9, and I am Justice Dredd.